So I have never seen any anime until I saw Attack on Titans. I've heard so many good things about this anime, and this is obviously one of the biggest and most famous things out there in entertainment. And I wanted to see it for myself. And after watching it, I think it really is something special. I do think the story is one of the best I have ever seen. There are some things that I don't like in this anime, but overall, I think it is a really, really good anime. I'm going to be talking about some spoilers here and there. And first, I'm going to be talking about some things that I like, then I'll get into things that I don't like. So I think writing is really good. Like I think that's just obvious, but I think writing is really good, and this anime has one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. Like I love when the soundtrack is so good in like a game or maybe a movie, but in this anime, soundtracks are really good. All of the soundtracks and music is just so fucking good. I love these soundtracks more than Sasha loves food because they're just so fucking good. So let's talk about characters. I think all the characters were good, but my top three would be Levi, Mikasa, and Annie. I think these three characters were really good. I also like Ymir with Krista. I think she was a good character. We don't see much of her later on, but I think she was a good character and a unique character. Also, I think their relationship, Krista and Ymir, the relationship was really unique, and I liked the relationship. Most of the things, anyway. I think their relationship was good. I wish we got to see more of their relationship, but we don't, which is realistic, I suppose. You know, it's not a complaint. I just wish that we saw more because I really like their relationship. So let's talk about things that I don't like. So in the early seasons of this anime, like season one and two, I think characters complain and whine so much. Like they complain so much, it's insane. Like, look, I know these are like titans they're fighting against. Like they're the big guy. They could just rip your asshole apart in no time. I get that. I understand. I just think that like these characters whine and complain so much. Like there are so many moments in this anime where like you would kind of think that these characters are gonna do something. You know, they're not like they're still gonna be scared. And I don't I don't hate that. Obviously, like they're fighting against titans. They're scared. That's fine. It's just that in the early seasons, they complain so much, and in many moments where you would think that a character would shine or do something and protect their friends, but they don't. They just fucking stand there and suck a dick, which is really disappointing many times because it's kind of the same thing happening. And also, they had fucking 5 years of training with like Levi and Captain Erwin, like, and even after that, they're just still fucking pussies. Look, again, I know I'm like sounds like I'm a bit over exaggerating. Again, this only happens in like season two. Like, yeah, after season two, it doesn't happen that much, and in season four, they're like really mature and they're really brave, which is realistic, I suppose. Like, even I'd be scared. I just think that like all that 5 years training that they did, like what the fuck was that for if they were still going to be scared and do nothing? Well, they don't do nothing, but there are many moments where you would kind of think that they would do something, but they don't. They just stand there and do nothing, which is disappointing sometimes. Again, this is like just a like tiny complaint, and this only happens in season one and two, but it happens a lot. Like these characters whine and complain so much from the start, anyway, which is, I suppose, a realistic thing, but still, that you would kind of expect them to overcome their fear, but they do that really, really late, in my opinion, at least. So one of my biggest complaint in this anime, again, I don't think many people are gonna even have this complaint. It's just me. I think I hate everything about how they deal with Annie. Like I think Annie's my top three. I just said that before, and I think she is such a unique character. But they do so many things that kind of don't make sense about Annie. Like I think they should have given us more information. Like, and I think a lot of information about her past before they show us that she's the Titan, like the female Titan. I think they just easily should have given us more information about her, like her past, her story, and everything. Like I know they kind of like didn't do that because they didn't want to spoil about Marley and stuff. But I think they still would have done that without showing us Marley before. And I just think that they should have given us way more information about Annie, like before showing us she was a female character. Because then after that, they just fucking keep her in a basement for fucking 3 seasons, and we don't get to see her till, I think, like after half of the season 4, we don't get to see her, and then she does come back, and then it's good. But before that, like, I just think they should have given us way more information about Annie, and then she just stays there till, like, and then she comes in season 4, but they don't, and I think that was a really big letdown. Like, they give you information about most of the characters in this anime, and Annie was really important because she was the female Titan. She fucked so much shit up, and she was a really necessary character that needed, like, that we needed to know her past. Like, I do know that they show us about her past, but they do it way later on in, like, season 4. And there are these episodes, like OADs episode, I think that's what they're called, and where they show us some information about characters and some past about characters, like Levi's past. I think those episodes were good, except Annie's episode. Like, in those 2 episodes, Annie is just solving a stupid fucking case. Like, those 2 episodes were probably one of the most boring episodes in this anime, in my opinion. Even though Annie is my favorite character, I just think that, like, that was a boring case. I just think that they should have given us more information in those 2 episodes. Like, I suppose just show us about her past, or maybe show us, like, her character and stuff. Instead, they just showed us her solving a case, and it was a boring case, in my opinion. Like, it wasn't even, like, suspenseful or something. It was boring, in my opinion. Again, I know many people probably didn't even bother watching those episodes because kind of didn't have to watch them. They were just like fillers, and they were showing. But I think they were good episodes. I just think Annie's were one good one. Like the Levi one, I think they were good ones. I really liked his past and his episodes. I just think that about those Annie's episode, they should have just showed us about her past and some maybe other stuff, but not like her solving a case. I just think those were bad episodes. Again, that's just me. Also, I wish that they had given more screen time to characters in season 4, like Levi and Hanji and some other characters. And I kind of get it that they had to give us all the answers that we needed. Um, so I suppose it kind of makes sense that they didn't have enough time to give everyone enough screen time and give us all the answers in a good way. So I suppose it's not a complaint, but also I think that this anime would have been way better if the episodes were a bit longer. Like many times, like the episode you're watching, like sometimes like 2 minutes is a recap of the previous episode, and sometimes it's just a fucking intro song, and sometimes it's the ending song. So the whole episode is like 19 or 20 minutes max. But it is good. I just think that it would have been better if it was longer, like maybe 30 minutes or maybe 35 minutes. I don't know. Maybe all the animes have like 24 minutes episodes, but I think it would have been better if the episodes were a bit longer. So let's talk about the ending. I think the ending was really good. Most of the things about ending, I think, was really good. I love how they deal with Aaron. I think Aaron's character development and how they deal with Aaron is one of the best I've ever seen. Like, at first they show you this naive Aaron kid from the start of this anime. This kid who just wants to go out the world and see the sea and see other things, but he's stuck in this between the walls, and he can't just go outside. And later on, his mom gets eaten by a titan. Then he becomes, like, at that moment he kind of changes a bit, in my opinion. Like, it becomes more aggressive, and he just at that point he just wants to kill all the titans, and yeah, just pretty much wants to kill all the titans. And at that moment, I think he starts becoming more aggressive and more like you could say evil. Actually, I would say evil. And at the same time, I kind of get why he did what he did. Like, one thing this anime does really well, like, again, most of the thing this anime does, like, it does it well, but I think this is worth mentioning. I think the way it shows us how every character in this anime is not kind of evil. Like, everyone who does something evil, they do it because they have a good reason. Like, same with Reiner and Bertold, and same with the Beast Titan, and everyone who does a bad thing, they do it because they have a reason, because they've been brainwashed since they were a child. And same with Aaron. I think I kind of like get why he did what he did. Like, I don't hate him for that. It's not like I hated Aaron and I started fucking cursing him or something. That's not what I think. I think Aaron's Aaron did what he thought he had to do. Like from his side, he did a right thing. He wanted, to just kill all the Titans and just remove that curse forever. And he had that power, and he could do it. I just think Aaron's character development was really good in this anime, and I think yeah. So overall, I think this anime is really really good entertainment out there. It's obviously one of the best stories out there. I just don't like how they deal with Annie for most of the part. I think it would have been way better if they just give us more information about her. They do that later on, but they do it way later on, like when the anime is about to pretty much end. So yeah, I also like Gabby. I think her character was really good and a bit unique, and it was good. So overall, I think this anime is really good, and it's definitely worth watching. So as my first anime, I think it's a solid masterpiece. That's it. So, yeah.